Right Honourable.
As Parliament scrutinises the National Budget Framework Paper for fiscal year 2020-2021, activists under the Civil Society Budget Advocacy Group are worried this year's planning process may be distorted. Government planners have until June this year to finalise a comprehensive 5-year National Development Plan 3.
NPM must account to us as to why they have failed to produce the third National Development Plan in a time. Secondly is Parliament. Parliament must demand a National Development Plan 3. We must demand for it. Otherwise, the National Budget Framework paper is not adhering to the law.
But there is another worry. This year is an election year, which researchers project will be the most expensive in the country's history. The civil society activists fear the lack of a development plan to guide appropriation of the budget, along with the lack of laws to limit campaign funding, may lead to spending anarchy.
The dilemma of planning to spend without having a systematic plan is that we are actually going to divert funds to the major activity, development activity of the year. Ugandans must know that the major development investment activity for 2020-2021 is going to be elections.
Agnes Chirabo, the Executive Director, Food Rights Alliance, says in the event NDP3 is not ready in time, a law regulating campaign spending would help.
Truth be told, we need money for elections. Actually, I would be very, very happy if we had a vote for it. And we know that this is how much we need. And therefore, we just don't see these dramatic cuts from social sectors, the sectors of the people, and they are playing around. It is my prayer that before Parliament concludes the discussion, we should negotiate a vote, and then we know that this is how much money we have put in our budget, and this is how we are going to spend on our elections. Otherwise, if that one is not done, I think I'm at liberty to say that spending without a plan in an election year is a deliberate plan.
The 2020-2021 Budget Framework Paper suggests cuts across sectors, with infrastructure and debt interest payment given first priority.
The health sector budget has been reduced by over 1 trillion. The fact that the numbers are increasing, everything is increasing, and we see this budget cut, which clearly will affect the well-being of the population, we think there must be a revision.
Where is the budget for disease and pest control? Because the communities all what they want to see, that they are not under quarantine permanent and pensionable, but the problem is being addressed.
Local governments interface with citizens on a daily basis. It's where service delivery takes place, but we continue to spend only 3.5%.
Uganda may be tempted to borrow more because there's a lot of space for borrowing. And the other concern is that Uganda's debt will continue to rise because Uganda is borrowing in foreign currencies.
With Uganda Revenue Authority registering a 680 billion shilling shortfall in tax collection last quarter, and the new budget proposing a higher target for the tax collector, this year might be a time for taxpayers to tighten their belts further. Edward Muhumza, NTV.